been a long time coming, but I figured it was time to update you on my large bug out bag. So if you guys have followed the channel for a while, you've probably seen my evolution of my larger bug out bag. It started out in a no-name kind of backpacking backpack. It was way overpacked with stuff, had a lot of superfluous stuff in there, a lot of heavy things in it. It's still heavy, and it's a big bag. You know, that's 32 pounds. Chances are, if I would be bugging out with this, I wouldn't be coming home and I'd be taking my vehicle. If my vehicle is disabled, I know I can carry that weight without a problem, okay? If you maybe aren't, if your back isn't as good, if your legs don't hold out for you, whatever, you might want to pack lighter. And again, a bug out bag is a very individualized thing. You know, what may work for you may not work for me, and what may work for me may not work for you. So we're going to tear into this and show you some of the upgrades. We definitely have a lot more tools in it. I'm not done with it yet. I'd like a outside piece to mount somewhere on there. So I have an axe inside. I'd like to mount it on the outside. But we're going to tear into it, and I'm going to give you a look. I'm going to pop it on its side, and we're going to go through it. Before I get tearing into this, I'm going to give you a little background on the bag itself. The bag itself is the Condor 3-day assault pack. I got a good look at these at the SHOT Show last year, and I couldn't wait till they were updated and out and ready to get one. I was really impressed with the quality. They've come a long, long way from the days of cheap Chinese Condor. I believe these are some of the things they're upgrading and making in the United States right now. It has 600D nylon construction. It's got the mall webbing on all three sides. D-rings for carrying equipment attachments. As I said before, I want to stick on my axe and possibly my knife on the outside somewhere, you know, where I can reach it. It's got seven compartments, a main compartment with gear straps to secure extra gear inside, mesh compartments inside, which I use for my radios. They actually are radio pockets, pen holders, and a compartment for a hydration bladder, which, as you see, is already in here. That's in there. That's behind the main component is your hydration bladder, place for your hydration bladder. And it comes out through here. So I open up the top. First, I want to show you this little side pocket. This is what I call a snack pocket. If I'm hungry, if I've been on the trail for a while, want to grab something to eat, I reach in here. I got peanuts, and I got one quick and easy to grab Mountain House meal. Something I have changed from the previous bags was that I'm no longer carrying heavy MREs. I have a few in there for when I can't do a fire, but it's not, 8 or 10 MRE entrees. It's a lot more of the lighter, dehydrated backpacking stuff. And with the bladder, plus canteen, which isn't shown here, but I do have a way to strap it on the pack, I'm good to go with water for a little while. And plus, I know my area, and I know where I can get more water if I need to. Start off on the bottom here. This is my tool section on the bottom. Make sure that's in camera. Okay, yeah, you can see it. We're going to open it up. Now, you've probably seen me review all this stuff. This is my Schrade knife. Got some oil on it. That is the SCHF 36. And it comes with its own ferro rod and sharpener. So I got that covered. My Schrade shovel. May or may not carry that in here. It's in here for now. This may be a last minute decision where if I'm bugging out on foot, I may not take that. But if I'm going to toss this in my car and go, I may take it. I have Fiskars saw. This thing works very nicely. I had a little Coleman in there. The Coleman is now in my emergency car kit. I think I showed you that a couple weeks ago. And some paracord. I don't know how much this is. 50 feet. I have some more in the bag itself. So anyway, we're going to toss that all back in there. And that's why I'm doing this the way I'm doing it, because I'm going to kind of take it apart and put it back in as I go. Because repacking these can be annoying. And I just finished repacking it because I inventoried everything and took out old and put in new. All right, we get up to the top compartment here. The Stanley cooktop. Got a little cup inside, a couple of them, and a little pot for boiling. I haven't tested this out yet, but it's stainless steel, aluminum, whatever. I know it's going to work. So if I have to stop on the side of the road and boil water for some of my freeze-dried stuff, I'm ready to go. Get that up in there. Okay. And tarp. Great for cover, great for shelter, great for insulation, whatever may come, I've got it. Next up, and this is the axe I want to mount outside here somewhere. And I definitely want to make a Kydex sheath for it because this sheath is kind of flimsy. This is the Fiskars axe. Good little camp axe. I did a video on it if you check through my older videos. Made in Finland. It's a nice little axe. And, you know, it's not too heavy. One of the reasons I chose it is because it's got the polymer glass filled frame. So I'm not carrying around even wood because this is heavy enough as it is on top. Even more wood on here. Wanted to avoid that. Okay, in here, it's going to be a little hard to dig through because it doesn't open all the way up. We've got batteries for my radio, and I have the GP5 SSB radio here. This is AM, FM, and shortwave. This is a phenomenal radio. If you guys go over to CountyCom, pick one of these up. It's well worth it. I forget the price on it, but it's not going to break your budget. The reception on it, it's amazing. You get AM, FM, sideband on HF, which is important because you may want to listen to ham radio. You may want to listen to what local hams are saying to out of the area or into the area on a ham radio net. This is the way you're able to do that. All of its supplies and gears and accessories, the extra antenna, everything is in there. A couple of rags. You never know when that will come in handy. And another pack, a small pack of AA, AAA batteries. And work gloves, I showed you those. I'm going to zip that up for now. I'll put the axe and all that stuff back in after. Let's get to the main component. Actually, we'll do the side here. On the side here, GPS. Again, maybe I won't be carrying this with me. I do have a compass. I have a very good compass. This is just in there to give me the option. If I'm running out the door and I go, oh, I got to do this on foot, this is going somewhere else. I don't need it, you know. It's not super heavy, but it's there. And a flare gun with flares inside there and some cheapy binoculars I got for free from Cheaper Than Dirt. But they work. They do their job. And here are my flares. 1 practice flare, 3 reds. Again, bugging out is not necessarily the act of hiding out. You may be bugging out, but you may want to be rescued. I may have this in my car when I go up in the mountains to shoot. And, you know, the weather may turn on me. I had to drink some water there. Weather may turn on me, and I may want to be found. Well, that's a good signaling device. Okay. Stick this stuff back in there. On the side, I have a Snap Chem light, and I have this guy here. This is an interesting little light. This is from Ozark Trail. I think it's 140 lumens. Nice little light, but here's the neat part. It doubles as a tent light. You can hang that in your tent or shelter, and you get light. So no, I'm not going high dollar on lights. I have enough high dollar flashlights that I carry every day. For a bug out bag, I would have to lose one of my high dollar flashlights and go, oh, thank goodness I packed an extra. The other side, another chem light, and my water filter, and some cash in small denominations and a roll of quarters. And the Sawyer water filter that I did a video on. You've seen those. I'm not going to tear it out and make a mess out of it. Okay. Let's pop these. That's why I wanted to show you the sides, because now I can get in here and open her up. Get this stuff out of the way. All right. Now again, this may seem like a lot for you. This may seem really heavy. This bag probably wouldn't leave the house unless I knew for sure I wasn't coming back. I have a smaller bug out bag, which I've done video on, that shows, you know, something I'd grab in a short-term emergency. Neighbor's house is on fire. There's a gas leak in the neighborhood. I got to evacuate right away. I got that. I know I'm coming back home eventually. This one, I probably take if I'm not coming back home. Or if I'm going on a long trip and I want to be safe. In here, I'm not going to unpack it, but it's all food. These are the pockets I was talking about. That's all my food and supplies. I see something I don't recognize here. Oh yeah, a couple of MRE sides in the back. This is all freeze-dried down here. There's a couple of MREs in here for when I have to eat on the go and I may not be able to sit down and start a fire and boil water. If you notice something inside the kit, it's very modular. Everything has a place now. Everything has a bag. Okay? It's a little easier to get at that way. On the bottom here, fresh socks. I'm not really into grabbing a ton of clothing, okay? I'd probably throw an extra shirt in here, maybe a sweatshirt if it's cold weather, maybe a t-shirt if it's warmer. I don't like packing a ton of clothing. I figure the clothing I got on my back in a real emergency, I'm not going to care about what, oh, I lost my favorite shirt, Anyway, moving on. A couple of blankets, some more plastic, a plastic tube tent. This is for ground for me. I'm going to be using this on the ground for my shelter. Some paper towels. Here, over here. SOL bivvy. It's two-person bivvy. See on the bottom there. This is a nice, thick, heavy kind of. It's a cross between the material that you'd find in a very good emergency blanket and a tarp. It is basically a sleeping bag, but it is warm. I have another one that I tried out in my other bag because I ordered 2 of these, and it is warm. It keeps you warm at night. Now we're in a climate here in the desert where we get cold. We're starting to go down to the 30s and 20s. We don't really get freezing unless you're up in the mountains. If I'd be bugging out in the mountains, that's why I have this. I could probably sleep with a blanket over me on the ground with the plastic most nights. Okay. Survival guide. The SAS Survival Guide. If you can pick one of these up, do it. They're well worth it. A very handy book. It's got a lot of good tips in it. Again, don't substitute the tips for knowledge. Don't go out there with just this. Use the tips, read it, learn how to do some of the stuff, practice. That's why we do our YouTube channels. I may be showing you a new ferro rod, but I'm practicing using it right in front of you. Next up, this guy right here. He can be kind of messy when he all falls out. Okay. Got some baby wipes. If I want to clean up, got an extra pair of reading glasses. More paracord. Kleenex. Some Tums. More chem lights. And on this side, we have more paracord. And some DEET and some toilet paper rolls. These are individual, I used to have a whole roll of toilet paper in my bug out bag. Now, how silly is that when they make something that simple? Or even these. Hey, they work. All right. Let's put this guy together. So that's kind of a hygiene, sanitation / extras package. This guy here. This guy is my fire. This has all the stuff in here that I'm going to be using for a fire. I have a small Esbit stove. I have some dryer lint. I have another ferro rod and striker. Some wet fire, some waterproof matches. Lots of Esbit tubes in here. A hand warmer with the little inserts. I'm going to try and put this back together without making a mess. There we go. That's my fire kit. All right. First aid kit right here. This is an off-the-shelf first aid kit that has been enhanced quite a bit. Has everything we need in it. Stuff that I like to take, like maybe I'll take Aleve, but I won't take Tylenol. Well, I make sure it's in there. And it's all been broken down into sections. And it's very well packed in here. See, this is another trick I do. I showed you this before. I separate everything, so I know that's ibuprofen, Benadryl, Tylenol, and Aleve on the bottom. So one tube, everything in it separated with cotton balls. We've got a tourniquet in here, lots of first aid stuff, and anything else we need if we were bugging out in a hurry. Let's put all this stuff back over here. I'll seal that up for now. And lastly, tent. This is a 2-person tent. Again, it's a questionable item. Would I take it with me? I might. If I know I'm going somewhere that has shelter, if I'm going to stay, let's say, at a friend's house, because my area is dangerous, and I have friends around in certain areas that we have a kind of an agreement with that, I'll go here or you come here if there's a disaster in your area. It doesn't add much weight. I mean, it's got to be, I don't know, half a pound. But it's a neat little system. I have not set it up yet, so expect a video on this soon. I have taken it out. I have checked it over, made sure there's no rips, no tears, everything's good on it. But I haven't pulled it out and done a check on it yet to set it up. So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. I do have some Propel and some coffee and sugar because caffeine withdrawal is not fun. And I got some extra duct tape here. And masks, showed you those before. We showed you the socks. So that's pretty much it. It's pretty minimalist. It's come a long way. There's a lot of food and stuff in here that I didn't show you because it's hard to stuff back in there, but you get the idea. It's just Mountain House stuff or MREs. And this is basic, this is basic survival stuff. I took out a lot of the fluff. I had spices in here. I had salt and pepper shakers. I mean, I had so much stuff in the old bag that it didn't make sense to not update things. So anyway, if you enjoyed it, please click like on our video if you have some suggestions. And remember that this is a modular bag. I may take stuff in and out depending on my circumstances. So, if you think maybe I should put something in, take something out, add some more of one thing or less of another, let me know. Again, this is a work in progress. If disaster hit tomorrow, at least I have something, but I'm always trying to improve. So anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, and we'll talk to you later.